Hello students, I'm Foram Goswami, your English teacher, and today I'm going to explain you lesson number 3, ice skating.
Joe and Annie were sisters. Their friend Laurie lived next door to them. The three children always played together. One winter, the three children decided to go to the river. If the river was frozen, they wanted to skate on it. Joe and Laurie, the two older children, ran ahead of Annie. It was not far to the river, but both were ready before Annie reached there. Laurie did not see her coming. He was carefully skating along the shore, checking to see if ice was thick enough to skate on. He shouted,
I'm going on to the first bend to see if it's all right before we begin to race.
Annie saw Laurie skate away, looking like a young Russian in his furry coat and cap. Joe was skating nearby. She heard Annie panting after her run. Annie was stamping her feet and blowing on her fingers as she tried to put her skates on. Joe didn't turn around and went slowly, zigzagging down the river after Laurie. As Laurie turned the bend, he shouted back,
Keep near the shore. The ice is thin in the middle.
Joe heard, but Annie was too far away to hear him. Joe looked back and saw Annie start skating and thought,
She must have heard.
Joe started to skate towards the bend. Laurie had skated round the bend and Joe was just at the turn. Annie started to skate towards the smoother ice in the middle of the river. Suddenly, Joe stopped and stood still. Joe turned around just in time to see Annie fall. The thin ice broke with a crash, and there was a splash of water. Joe heard Annie scream loudly. Joe tried to call Laurie, but her voice was gone. She tried to rush forward, but her feet seemed weak. She could only stand, staring with a terror-stricken face at Annie's blue hood above the water. Suddenly, Laurie shouted,
Bring a rail from the fence. Quick, quick.
For the next few minutes, Joe blindly did what Laurie said. Laurie was lying flat on the ice, holding Annie up with his arm and hockey stick. Joe dragged a rail from the fence. Together, they pulled Annie out, more frightened than hurt.
We must take her home as fast as we can. Let's wrap our warm things around her while I take off her skates,
said Laurie. He wrapped his coat round Annie and pulled at the straps of Annie's skates. Shivering, dripping, and crying, they got Annie home. Mrs. March, the mother of the girls, opened the door. Laurie told her what had happened. Mrs. March calmly took care of Annie. Soon, Annie fell asleep, wrapped up in blankets before a hot fire. All this time, Joe ran about, with the clothes dirty and her hands cut and bruised by the ice and rains. When Annie was comfortably asleep, Mrs. March called Joe and began to bandage the hurt hands.
Are you sure she's safe?
Whispered Joe, looking at Annie's head, which showed above the blankets.
Quite safe, dear. She's not hurt.
I think you and Laurie did the right thing by covering her in warm clothes and getting her home quickly.
Replied her mother cheerfully.
We will never go skating again.
Said Joe.
That's not right.
Said Mrs. March.
You should just take care of each other when you go out to play.
Have you listened the explanation? Now, what Mrs. March want to say to Joe? is whenever you go for any sports, you need to take care. You need to take care of yourself. That is called safety. So for the safety, we should follow some rules. Like when Joe wants to go for ice skating, she has to wear her helmet, protective pads for protection of herself from the injury. Now, warm up before starting and cool down after playing. Learn the rules of the games first. You need to take care that you are not hurting anyone in the game or during the game. Do not play when you are injured. Instantly, you have to tell to your mentor that you are injured. So, these are some safety rules while we are playing. Do follow it. Thank you. I hope you understand this lesson. If any queries, you can ask me in my live session. Thank you.